Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Stewart Robson's here, as is Ali Moreno. Never good when Stevie calls me a wee punter in the middle of the show. You know, the line has been crossed.
But he's been really angry today, really touchy. See, there you go. See, there you go.
Oh, wow. How are you, Robbo, after all your adventures in LA and Las Vegas and travelling around America?
All I would say, I'm in a better mood than Stevie Nicol. You're right, Ali. Miserable today.
I actually thought you were going to be winding Robbo up at the end of the show.
Why?
Well, as you said, you know, all of a sudden his face came on the thing.
Yeah, you thought there was some sort of setup for Robbo?
Setup coming.
No setup. No, I'm afraid not. Sorry to disappoint you.
Yeah.
For Ali, what do you think about Manchester City's interest in Paqueta?
Okay.
I like saying Paqueta.
Yeah.
What is it that Pep sees in him? I remember he wanted him last summer when Bernardo was rumoured to be leaving before he joined West Ham.
It's interesting, among all the Brazilian players, talented Brazilian players that are available to the Brazilian national team, Paqueta keeps getting called in. And not only called in, but playing. And I, much like the viewer, think to myself, I mean, he's all right. He's a good player. I don't think he's a great player.
I don't think the viewers said anything disparaging about Paqueta.
Well, he's saying, what does Pep keep seeing in him?
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking the same question. What does Pep keep seeing in him? He's an okay player. He's a good player, not great. I don't think he makes or would make Manchester City exponentially better.
Paqueta, do you like him or not, Robbo?
When he was at Milan, he was absolutely, I wouldn't say hopeless, but he didn't really affect the games at all. He obviously went off to Liga and played quite well. I've seen him a lot at West Ham, and he hasn't really affected games there. He had a good end to the season, but for most of the season, I don't think he played particularly well. So I can't see what Pep Guardiola sees in him. I'm like Ali.
In case you missed yesterday's show, we showed a picture of Frank Leboeuf dressed in a chocolate suit that he wore for a charity catwalk back in the day, which is the context for this question for you, Robbo. You're always well dressed. Would you ever dress in a chocolate suit a la Frank?
Well, I mean, what is he doing? I mean, that's just ridiculous.
It's not a
chocolate-coloured suit, I can see you could make look good, but that just looks terrible, doesn't it? I mean, Frank's got some Plymouth Argyle, but on this occasion, no.
No.
Is it melting as well?
Yes, I think it's just all melting into him, one big sticky mess.
Something I'm sure he liked.
Stevie?
Very unlike Frank, isn't it?
What's that?
Oh, look at that.
Well, it's for
look at the state of him.
It was for a charity thing, so that's what.
But Dan, usually people like Frank who care about how they look.
Yes.
Don't end up looking like that.
Wow.
Even if it's for a laugh.
OK. How would you feel about being covered in chocolate?
Well, nobody would care less if I was covered in chocolate.
It'd be a lot of chocolate.
You know what I mean?
Why are you angry about the chocolate now?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a good example. So, like, Graham Souness, for example.
Yes.
He's very stylish. He's always well dressed.
Yeah.
Always well dressed.
Yes.
I've never seen him
in a chocolate suit.
In a chocolate suit, yeah. But I've never seen him in sweats or any time.
Okay.
He's always immaculate.
Okay.
To the point that at the Christmas party, you've got daubers like me.
Yes.
Dressed in stupid costumes with all kinds of makeup on their face and everything.
Right.
He went as Prince Charles.
I see.
So he could wear a black, all black suit with a white shirt.
Yep.
And the only thing he had for 2 minutes or 2 seconds while we got the actual picture taken was the Prince Charles mask with the big ears.
Oh, there we go.
And he spent the rest of the night swanning about with the black suit.
Wow. I wasn't expecting the conversation to quite take that turn.
Aye. I kind of think that about Frank. I don't expect Frank to look like that.
Well, there we are. For the
Okay, all right. Okay, and he's back.
Stevie, who among these strikers will score more goals? Hojlund, Jackson, Nunez?
I'd have to go for Nunez.
Of course you do, Liverpool.
Well, actually, here we go. I'm going to go after him again, little punter. You in particular last year, you couldn't wait to get after Nunez.
Not really.
Hey, you're talking to the person who you used to come at.
But the problem was...
You always had a problem with...
You said 100% nothing to do with Liverpool's lack of form was down to Nunez. Nothing. and I disagreed with you.
Well, let me throw a different way at you.
Yes.
So, you're the wee punter that came out with the nonsense about Mane. Because Mane left Liverpool, that's why they were bad.
Right.
Really?
It was all
Was he that good?
It was all contributing factors, wasn't it? I don't think you could say.
Oh, here we go with the contributing factors. No, yeah.
Well, you can't.
No, you basically said, oh, the biggest problem is they let Mane go, and you never mentioned contributing factors.
Of course I did,
Well,
because I brought up contributing factors, and you said exactly the same thing when we had this argument.
You're the one that used to get after Nunez.
So
if I told you he scored exactly the same amount of goals as Mane did in his first season, would you have a problem with that?
I don't even understand what your argument is.
Well, you're the one that's always having to go at Nunez. I don't remember you having to go at Mane in his first year where you thought he was brilliant, but he scored the exact same amount of goals as Nunez.
My point was that Nunez's lack of form and no Mane were contributing factors to Liverpool struggling, and you said no, had nothing to do with either of that.
Well, correct, because he lost 47 goals. That's the contributing factor.
So that was it, 100%. All down to the defence, nothing else. Nothing else. Not to do with Nunez not being able to score, not to do with Mane.
Absolutely.
Nothing.
You want levels of contributing factor?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, 47 goals, tell him Robbo is up there.
It's 100%.
Why did Man United? Man United didn't get into the Champions League because he scored 1,000 goals. They got in the Champions League because they didn't let any in.
Okay.
So,
but you're saying now they won't. You're saying now that
when I say the contributing factor,
you're saying now that United won't finish in the top four, despite the fact they've got the strongest defence, and that's why they finished in the top four.
Yes, because I don't believe they will defend as well this year as they did last year.
Right.
And they won't score goals.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Yeah. Is that clear enough?
So why are Liverpool going to defend? Why are Liverpool going to defend better
because
this year?
They can't be any worse. That's why. Is that clear enough for you?
It's very clear.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so who's going to score the most goals?
Yeah. So Nunez.
Nunez.
Stuart, who do you believe will score the most goals?
I'm not sure I got involved in all that. I got shouted at them by Stevie, didn't I, at some point? The contributing factors were mainly the defensive, but there was other contributing factors like Nunez missing a lot of chances. But there we go, Stevie.
No, you didn't say that.
I said the main problem was defence.
But you completely exonerated
Nunez.
You completely exonerated Nunez.
I've made it very clear what I think, so you can move on.
But Robbo, Nunez scored as many goals as Mane did in his first season. Yeah, you weren't saying anything then.
But he had a poor season, as Mane had a great season, as you said, Dan, in his first season. So Nunez will score more goals than the other two in that question there.
Is that okay for you?
Yes, fine.
All right.
All right.
Because Robbo didn't start on the front foot. Ali, how unstoppable would be a prime Ali in this Inter Miami team be? You get the free kicks and Messi knocks them in.
That's it.
It's amazing how that last bit changes the whole.
That's it.
Changes the whole question.
Perfect.
That's it. And we would be limited to that.
Right.
In fact, just give me the ball. I am going down, baby.
That would be a large contributing factor, wouldn't it?
It would be a very high.
Very large.
Yeah. And tap-ins. I could score tap-ins too, Steve. Yeah, there you go. Been making a kill.
We talked about free kicks yesterday. Who was the best player you played with?
Free kicks. Do you know what? I actually saw this question.
Right.
And I had you in my head when I was thinking about it.
Oh, Nunez.
Because I'm always talking to you about how the balls that we played with back then.
Yeah.
You know, we used to sit and watch. So, like 1990 was it? It would be like 1990 when Italian football completely skyrocketed.
Yeah.
And you used to sit and watch all these games and all these free kicks. And then be zooming up and down and round and all over the shot and going a million miles an hour. And I'm like, how did he do that? Because you couldn't do that with it. Like the tango. We used to use a tango.
Right, the Mitre Tango, is it the Mitre Tango?
Adidas.
Yeah.
Come on now.
A lot of teams used the Mitre.
Yeah.
But it wasn't... Neither of those balls... You couldn't manipulate them the way that the balls they used in the Italian league. And so you never saw so many great free kicks in the old Premier League because of it.
The ball wasn't conducive.
The ball wasn't conducive.
It was a big contributing factor. Was the ball, not the lack of free kick taking.
Yeah, because there's plenty of guys who could take free kicks. It was just so much harder, and the pace of it as well. Like again, you think of the Mitre ball and you think of the tango. the pace the ball travelled at is nowhere near what it does today, or even, as I said, in the Italian league.
However, the tango ball was a great ball.
It was a great. It was a ball. If you could hit a ball cleanly,
yes,
then it was to your advantage using the tango.
There we go.
If you couldn't kick it, if you slapped at it,
trouble.
It went against you.
Right now, he doesn't care about what you're saying. Now,
well, right now, because he doesn't understand football.
Now he's just mocking you.
That's why he's a punter. That's why I didn't want to... See, you have a sensible conversation with somebody that doesn't know what they're talking about.
I still haven't...
goes badly.
I still haven't cashed that $50 of coins yet for a punter who knows nothing. Robbo, if Foden doesn't nail a strong...
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Robbo, if Foden doesn't nail a starting spot in Pep's 11, is it time to go?
Not just yet. I think he should get, as you heard earlier on, I think he should get a starting spot. I think when he came on at the weekend against Arsenal, he changed the way Manchester United play. He's got dynamism. He can't sit in the wings for too long, but he's got to obviously see it out this season, and I think he will get in the team this season. I think Pep Guardiola has left him out for a little while. He had his injuries, he had his problems. He'll be a good player this season, and he'll start most games, I think.
What do you think, Stevie?
Yeah, I'm with Robbo. He can't go on forever coming off the bench. Not with the talent he's got. And I'm absolutely with Robbo with Grealish as well. I mean, I understand that he makes space, a lot of space for others, but you need more end product. You need more goals and more assists than he gives.
For all, who needs to get off to a hot start to the season in the Premier League the most? Arsenal, Chelsea or Liverpool? I was just trying to find everybody's first 3 games. Arsenal have got Forest, Palace and Fulham. That's not bad.
They'll win all 3 of those.
Who've your boys got, Stevie? Away against Chelsea, Bournemouth, Newcastle.
I think absolutely Liverpool. Liverpool have to get off to a good start. They can't be losing 2 and 3 goals again.
Right.
Every time they step on the field. Because if they do, then there's no way they're competing for the Premier League title. And again, it comes into question about the top 4. So I think absolutely. Listen, if Chelsea don't start the season well, we're all going to go, you know what? We all said it's going to take Poch.
Right. They've got your boys, then they've got West Ham, then they've got Luton, and then Forest. It's not bad.
Which would make it even worse if they didn't start well.
Sure.
But as I said, it's unknown how they're going to be. Completely. So
I would say, I hear you, Stevie. I would say that for Chelsea, it's imperative that they get off to a good start so that you don't get the same sort of feeling that you had last season in that locker room where you don't know where you're going and how you're getting there. If you're able to take a positive step forward, it gives you a sense of, okay, look, this is the direction that we want to go. This is how we're going to get there. And now we have a manager in place that is going to take us in that direction. You need something positive to happen quickly because otherwise that negative momentum starts and is very difficult to stop.
How do you think Barcelona are going to do in the Champions League, Robbo?
I think they will get through the group stages. I think they could get to the quarterfinals, semi-finals. I still think they're a very good team. I think quarterfinals at the worst, maybe semi-finals at the best. That's where I think Barcelona are at the moment.
Final question is for you, Stephen. Percentage chance of Liverpool winning the Europa League?
I think there's got to be a good chance.
Yep.
Yeah, I think. I mean, who, in the bookies' eyes, who would be favourites after Liverpool?
Right. Whoever doesn't qualify for the group stages still got a parachute in.
So no, I think they've got a good chance.
I think it depends on the contributing factors, doesn't it? And
there are many of those.
Many scores goals.
If they defend the way they did, then
that'll
be a big contributing factor that they don't win it if they defend like they did last year.
What percentage would you like to give us, Stephen?
Percentage? Well, you got to think, regardless of how bad they could be defensively, still going to play some muppet teams.
Right.
So you got to think they got to be in the last stages. So winning it, oh my God, you got to think.
You're convincing yourself now, Steve.
I'm not going into this.
I'd say 8%.
80%.
80%. They've got to be favourites.
Wow.
I can't imagine they're not favourites to win the tournament.
Right. Okay.
So I would say 80%.
All right, thank you very much, Stephen. That's it. Are you back with us tomorrow?
I am not.
Oh, OK. Me neither. Maybe we can have lunch together.
Yeah, well,
Why not?
recreate the
We
conversation.
can talk some soccer.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, I can't wait.
That's it, Robbo. What are you doing now, Robbo, with your life?
Do a couple of games over the weekend, and then lots of games over the next couple of weeks.
Oh, good. Working hard. Love it. All right. ESPN FC, of course, with you every single day. Please join us. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.